Hello, hi, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Julie. If you're new here, consider subscribing. And in this channel, we do poultry, we do agribusiness talks, we do vlogs, we do motherhood, lifestyle, everything. So today we're doing poultry. On the last episode of poultry, I taught you how to start a profitable poultry farm. So on today's episode, we're doing how to set up your brooder house. A brooder house is where you brood your chicks. Brooding is the process of provision of artificial heat to regulate the chick's temperature. So, how do you set up it? The brooder house. The brooder house should be circular to avoid the chicken from gathering in one corner. So, that's the requirement number one, or how to set it. It should be circular. Number two, you should use cartons. For the first 1 week, you should use cartons or what is it called? Yeah, cartons or newspapers if you have some down. You should place the wood shavings on the floor. But for the first 1 week or so, for some few days, you should use cartons because the chicks are not yet grown to differentiate between the feeds and the wood shavings. So that would be advisable to use the cartons. Number three, you have to provide your chicks with enough lighting, but it should not be too bright that it reflects on the clothes of the chicks, because that will cause cannibalism. Cannibalism is where chicks feed on other chicks' clothes. That's not a good behavior in chicks. So you should provide enough lighting, but it should not be bright. So the other thing you should provide in a brooder house is the heat. You can either use gas or jikos, preferably jikos. You should have it in the chicken house, in the brooder house, so that the chicks will be warm enough. About the brooder house should be 28 to 30 degrees. The heat inside there should not be too heat, but according to the movement of the chicks, you will determine if the chicks are good, or if there is too much heat, or if there's not enough heat. If there is too much heat, the chicks will run away from the jiggles. They will be in corners. But if they are around the jiggles, if you see them surrounding the jiggle, that means there is no heat. The heat there is low. So you should consider adding more heat. If you see them well distributed, that means you are okay. The heat is well distributed. So you should also have enough drinkers and feeders in your brooder house, because chicks are not they don't have that energy to move far away to search for feed or water. So it should be maybe 1 meter apart from each other, the feeders and the drinkers, so that it can be easily accessible to the chicks to feed and drink water from there. The other thing you should consider is the spacing. You should not put too much chicks in a small space. The chick should have enough space in your brooder house. The brooder house should be ready at least 24 hours before the chicks arrive, and it should be preheated. You should heat the brooder house first before the chicks arrive. I said you should also disinfect it. Make sure you preheat it to around 28 to 30 degrees Celsius. Water, set it up, preheat the house, put give them the feeds, put the feeds available before they arrive. So I think that's basically it for the brooder house. It should also be ventilated. Consider even if you have to regulate the temperature, it should be well ventilated. Proper ventilation in the brooder house is very important, so that the fresh air can come in because of the ammonia, to avoid the wood shavings from coming down. So I think that's basically it. And on today's episode, that's all. So I'll do a video maybe next week, about the poultry again. So please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, consider subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.